Welcome to the new Play web app by Metronomer. For the last 10 years or so, Metronomer.com has consisted of two components. First being a live metronome online, which you can adjust the beats per minute, the time signature, and the sound of the click, and then you can start and stop and use it for a live rehearsal. The second component is what's called a click track generator, and what we've seen a lot of our users do over the last several years is they'll download these MP3s of click tracks and then import them into software such as Ableton Live or iTunes in order to play back click tracks for a band in a live performance situation where the band could have the click track in their ears and all the instruments align with a single click. Now, a decade ago, Metronomer was built using the Adobe Flash platform. And over the last 10 years, we've seen as browsers have continued to gravitate toward open source technologies and APIs. And so the new Metronomer app called Play kind of targets both of these. It targets live performance and offers a lot more flexibility and power, what you're able to do. And in addition, it does not rely on any third-party plugins other than just what's built into your browser. So that's kind of cool. Now, the classic edition of Metronomer will continue to be available. It will be available at metronomer.com/classic. So if you're on here and you just want to dial in or find the tempo to something, you'll still have this to go with. But moving into the future, and available at metronomer.com/play is this new iteration. And you'll see that in this iteration, you can create set lists of multiple songs that have predefined variables such as the BPM, the time signature, whether the sound is on or off. And now there will be other features available as well. Considering pads, you can have backing pads added to each track, or you can add your own tracks from your local device for playback. And in addition, you can use MIDI, so you can trigger a song or different global functions in Metronomer Play using an external MIDI controller or device. And as well, you can also send MIDI signals to external devices when triggering a song in here. So say when you trigger a song in Metronomer and you want to change the light cue on your lighting console, that could be done through here as well. And so this is the new Lookout. And you trigger tracks by clicking on them. And some that have, like here, we've got one that has multiple local tracks. You can hear what that sounds like when it's triggered.
4.
Okay. You'll see that in addition to clicking and each song, there's also global functions available here, where you can click the back arrow to go to a previous song, or the forward arrow to go to the other song, or the pause button to stop playback of what's currently going on. In addition to those commands, there's also keyboard hotkeys such as the space bar for playing or for pausing the track, and then the left and right arrow keys for advancing or selecting a previous song. Now, since I mentioned the global commands, let me draw your attention to the settings cog up in the right-hand corner. And these settings, you'll be able to change the click sound, whether you like the click or the tambourine sound. You can also pan the global click. And so say if you're going to be playing back through a soundboard and you want to keep the click pan just to one channel, so it goes through one channel of the soundboard, and the pads or tracks to go either in a stereo configuration or through the other side, you have that flexibility here. And since I mentioned the global hotkeys on the keyboard, those same functions are available here through a MIDI device as well. And so we'll go over more of these features in other videos, but for now, that's just a brief overview and introduction of some of the possibilities and the power that's behind the new Metronome Play app. Enjoy!